It all starts with a Taesik, finally tasting freedom after a decade behind bars. Returning to his hometown, he's brimming with excitement and a bucket list of adventures to conquer. His first stop? The iconic Sunflower Diner, where his adoptive mother reigns supreme. Sadly, she's nowhere to be found until evening. But fear not, for Hiju, the spunky daughter, comes to the rescue with a clever suggestion, a detour to the public bath. Eager to tick off his list, Taesik eagerly follows her lead. At the bathhouse, our hero faces an unexpected challenge. Wrestling with a stubborn locker, he catches the eye of a hot-tempered guard who assumes he's up to no good. The poor guy becomes the target of the guard's taunts, all because of his unconventional appearance. However, when the Taesik sheds his clothes, revealing a mesmerizing canvas of tattoos, everything changes. The guard's eyes widen in realization this man might just be involved with the world of gangs. Meanwhile, in a nearby setting, a group of heartless gangsters torments an innocent girl. Shockingly, two oblivious police officers turn a blind eye to the injustice unfolding before them. But wait, here comes a Taesik, striding toward them with purpose. He approaches none other than Chang Mu, a notorious gangster leader from his past. In an astonishing twist, Chang Mu treats Taesik with respect and admiration, a rarity among the callous leaders of the underworld. Clearly, our protagonist is far from ordinary. As the story unfolds, we uncover Taesik's hidden past, revealing a time when he was revered as a legendary figure within the city's underworld. When the Taesik visits Chang Mu and Yang Qi, they both exhibit hesitation. Although Yang Qi puts on a friendly facade, he secretly instructs his men to keep a watchful eye on Taesik during his stay. After reuniting with old friends, Taesik finally returns to the Sunflower Restaurant, where he is embraced with open arms by the owner, his adoptive mother. Her joy at his newfound freedom after years behind bars knows no bounds. Despite not sharing a biological connection, her love for him is as deep as if he were her own flesh and blood. Seizing the moment, Taesik offers his sincere apologies for his past misdeeds, and his mother assures him that she forgave him long ago. While his mother fully embraces him and showers him with affection, Hiju, on the other hand, struggles to accept Ajik's presence. She openly expresses her aversion towards him and perceives him as weak due to his nerdy appearance. As night falls, Taesik prepares for sleep with a firm resolution in mind. No more tears, no more alcohol, and no more fights. He is determined to transform himself into a better person and fulfill the promise he made to his mother. The following day, Jo Pan-soo, a charismatic candidate chasing a government seat, storms the market, weaving a tapestry of falsehoods to win the trader's trust. But hidden behind his smooth veneer lies a chilling reality. Pan-soo is a mafia insider, driven by a sinister agenda to seize control of the entire city. Meanwhile, within the walls of the police station, Taesik finds himself at a precarious juncture, penning his name on a report that could shatter his fragile freedom. Officer Min-suk, bearing the weight of the city's memory of Taesik's past transgressions, urges him to abandon the urban landscape. The echoes of Taesik's misdeeds refuse to fade, making him an unwelcome presence. Yet, Taesik dares to plead his case, determined to prove his metamorphosis and yearning to emerge as a better man. His plan to erase his tattooed past symbolizes his unyielding commitment, even though the path is paved with the unexpected obstacle of exorbitant costs. Amidst the rising tension, Taesik's adoptive mother emerges as a formidable force, challenging Pan-soo's audacious ambition to claim her cherished restaurant. She stands unwavering, refusing to surrender her eatery to his grandiose schemes that only serve his selfish desires. With fierce determination, she warns Pan-soo that she will unleash her fury upon his henchmen should they dare disturb the tranquility of her beloved Sunflower Restaurant. As destiny weaves its intricate threads, a glimmer of hope shines upon Taesik's path. Finally, he secures a coveted role as a mechanic in a renowned auto repair shop. One day, while patrolling the streets, Min-suk and his partner bear witness to the Taesik's tireless dedication and unwavering professionalism. In hushed tones, Min-suk unravels the tapestry of Taesik's past, revealing a turbulent history tainted by bullying and misconduct. He unveils the shocking truth that even the once notorious Chang Mu and Yang Qi pale in comparison to the magnitude of Taesik's dark past. A few years back, the city was in the grip of gangsters led by a guy named Choi Do-pil. Chang Mu and Yang Qi were part of his gang, but Taesik, always causing trouble, got on Do-pil's radar, and Do-pil ordered his crew to take him out. Surprisingly, Taesik turned out to be a tough nut to crack. He effortlessly took down Do-pil's men, even ending up killing Do-pil himself. Unfortunately, Taesik was sent to prison for the murder. With Dupil out of the picture, Chang Mu and Yang Ki took over the gang and joined forces with Pan Su. Min Suk and his partner decide to visit the workshop where Taesik is working. They meet a Taesik boss, and Min Suk spills the beans about Taesik's true identity to the higher-ups. However, Taesik's employer doesn't seem bothered by his past as a repeat offender, since Taesik has proven to be a dedicated and hard-working employee. The next day, Taesik shows up for an English class taught by Heeju. One of the instructors recognizes him from their shared school days. The two strike up a conversation and casually catch up. On his way home, Taesik finds himself under attack by a thug named Sung Jin, who has a crush on Heeju. Sung Jin gets jealous of Taesik's closeness to the girl he loves. Taking this Taesik to an empty warehouse, Sung Jin intends to confront him. However, Taesik has made a firm decision to avoid violence. He refuses to fight back as Sung Jin and his cronies unleash a brutal beating on him. Sung Jin and his group surprise when his Taesik tattoos are exposed as his clothes accidentally tear. After that, Heeju becomes a little kinder and even takes care of Taesik's wound. Meanwhile, Pan Su is happily celebrating his victory in the general election, where he received the most votes. Now that he's become a government official, Pan Su plans to hand over control of the town's biggest nightclub to his trusted friends. Chang Mu and Yang Ki eagerly embrace the plan and compete to earn the mafia boss's trust. However, Pan Su has a condition. Whoever manages to get rid of the Sunflower Restaurant will be given control of his exclusive nightclub. When Chang Mu hears this, he immediately orders his men to demolish the Sunflower Restaurant, hoping to convince the owner to sell the land and building to Pan Su. Unfortunately, Chang Mu runs into the Taesik, the place, so he quickly tells his men to leave. Chang Mu then apologizes to Taesik for not knowing he was there. After that, Chang Mu goes straight to Yang Ki and scolds him for not telling him that Taesik is living at the Sunflower Restaurant. Meanwhile, Taesik, who has just received his first paycheck after a month of working at a car repair shop, gives his mother a pair of shoes and presents Heeju with a camera. It turns out that the small notebook Taesik always carries was a gift from his mother during her visit to him in prison a few years ago. Since then, Taesik has been writing in the notebook about his experiences in prison and the things he wants to do after he's released. By chance, Heeju comes across the notebook and reads its contents. She then writes down that they will go on a picnic, which is one of Taesik's wishes after getting out of prison. Taesik, Heeju, and his mother have a lovely picnic together, taking pictures and enjoying each other's company like a happy family. One day, Taesik unexpectedly meets his old friend Byung Jin, who happens to work as Pan Su's driver. Byung Jin tells Taesik that Pan Su wants to build a big mall in the area, but the Taesik's adoptive mother, who owns the Sunflower Restaurant, refuses to sell her land to Pan Su. Byung Jin warns Taesik to be careful, because Pan Su is a dangerous person. However, without their knowledge, Chang Mu's men see Taesik and Byung Jin talking seriously and report it to Chang Mu. When Chang Mu and Yang Ki hear about it, they think Byung Jin is trying to recruit Taesik for Pan Su. So, they come up with a plan to destroy the Sunflower Restaurant. The next day, Chang Mu and his men vandalize the Sunflower Restaurant and threaten Taesik's mother, pressuring her to sell the restaurant to Pan Su. Just as Heeju comes home from school, she witnesses what happens and defends herself by hitting Chang Mu with the camera Taesik gave her. Then she quickly goes to Taesik and tells him about the incident. By the time Taesik and Heeju arrive at the Sunflower Restaurant, Chang Mu and his gang have already left, leaving the Taesik mother overwhelmed with cleaning up the damaged place. After helping his mother clean up, Taesik goes to find Chang Mu and asks for a meeting with Pan Su. During their meeting, Taesik sincerely asks Pan Su to leave his adoptive mother's Sunflower Restaurant alone. Knowing about Taesik's past as a former gangster, Pan Su offers him a job, but Taesik politely declines, saying he's happy with his current job. Upset that someone has refused his offer, Pan Su plots a plan to frame the Taesik and send him back to prison. Pan Su tells his men to attack the car repair shop Taesik works, hoping it will turn into a violent situation that he can report to the police. The next day, the thugs storm the shop, beating up the Taesik and his employer. At the same time, Pan Su informs the police that Taesik was involved in the fight. However, Taesik manages to control himself and doesn't fight back, which prevents his arrest and ruins Pan Su's plan. One evening, Sung Jin visits the Sunflower Restaurant and reveals to Heeju that Taesik is the one who killed his older brother, Dupil, years ago. Heeju is shocked and angry upon hearing this and demands an explanation from her mother about why she adopted someone who took the life of her own brother. Heeju's mother explains that after Taesik killed Dupil, he knelt down, cried, and sincerely apologized. She believes Taesik is not a bad person and chose to forgive him, accepting him as her own son. Understanding her mother's perspective, Heeju realizes the truth. Taesik apologizes to Heeju for killing her brother and wants to leave their home. However, Heeju asks him to stay, forgiving him and appreciating him for ending the life of her abusive brother who had mistreated their mother. The following day, Taesik's adoptive mother confronts Pan-Soo and threatens to expose his role in orchestrating Da-Pil's killing years ago. She has strong evidence that could send Pan-Soo to prison. Byung-jin, who knows about this conversation, warned Taesik to be cautious because Pan-Soo will do anything, including getting rid of anyone who stands in his way, to achieve his goals. Pan-Soo begins his plan by telling his men to attack Heeju while she's crossing the street. She gets hit on the head and needs to go to the hospital for serious treatment. Because of what happened to her daughter, Taesik's adoptive mother decides to sell the Sunflower restaurant to Pan-Soo in order to keep their whole family safe. Later, Taesik talks to Pan-Soo and tells him that his adoptive mother agreed to sell the restaurant, and they'll be moving away. But Pan-Soo surprises Taesik by asking him to paralyze his right hand so that he can't fight anymore. Byung-jin is assigned to do it by cutting a vein to Taesik's right hand. However, the cut turns out to be not severe. Taesik can still use his hand normally. Taesik then goes to Heeju and promises to always protect her and her mother. Even though Pan-Soo now owns the Sunflower restaurant, it seems like he still wants to harm Taesik's adoptive mother. He orders Yang Ki to kill her and get rid of any evidence connecting him to the attempt Taesik's life in the past. Yang Ki carries out the order, murdering Taesik's adoptive mother and making it look like she took her own life. Taesik is left shattered by the tragic loss of his dear mother. Initially, he believed she had taken her own life, but a glimmer of hope emerges when he stumbles upon a crucial clue in her room: Yang Ki's earrings. The puzzle pieces fall into place, revealing that Yang Ki was the one who carried out the sinister act under the wicked orders of Pan-Soo. This shocking revelation obliterates any chance for Taesik to honor the promise he made. Overwhelmed by grief, he seeks solace in the depths of his despair, drowning his sorrows in alcohol and weeping until his heartache numbs him, unable to bear the unbearable weight of losing his mother. Meanwhile, Pan-Soo and his crew bask in the ecstasy of their triumphant acquisition of the Sunflower restaurant and the exciting progress they make in constructing a grand mall and a swanky neighborhood. But their elation is rudely shattered by the piercing sound of someone's anguished cries. It's Taesik. He lays bare his shattered promise to his mother, his words laced with a chilling threat that resonates through the room, menacing everyone present, including Byung-jin. Despite standing alone against a formidable force, Taesik unleashes his unleashed fury, eliminating each and every one of Pan-Soo's henchmen, be it Chang-mu or the treacherous Yang Ki. Finally, his relentless pursuit of justice climaxes with the demise of Pan-Soo himself, and as the flames engulf the night spot, Taesik takes a seat amidst the inferno, his body racked with injuries, and reflects upon the cherished moments he once shared with his mother and Heeju. After some time, Taesik tragically dies in a terrible fire. The movie ends by showing Heeju, who has recovered from her injuries and achieved her dream of being the best student in the math department. Heeju fondly remembers the special moments she had with her mother and Taesik. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe Mango Recap for more video like this and help the channel grow.